Welcome to the Skein Witch YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Alicia, or Ali for short. If you like talking yarn, crochet, knitting, and all things crafty, definitely subscribe to my channel and follow me, my pretty. Hello, my fiber friends. How are we all doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Today, I wanted to record a little knit and chat video because it has been some time since I've done one. Currently, I am working on my Clove Sweater. So I started another Clove Sweater. Finished one already, and I love the pattern, I love the fit, I'm obsessed. So the Clove Sweater is by Rachel K, and I will make sure to link everything down below. And this colorway right here is the colorway Velvet from Surella Yarns. Unfortunately, you cannot get this colorway anymore. This was for her fall collection, I believe. And yeah, that closed. But I am pretty obsessed with Surella's yarn. I like the way that they dye yarn. I think it's really nice. So yeah, so that is what I'm currently working on. I have my coffee in this cute little mug. I am alternating skeins just so, you know, I don't get any pooling or anything. But yeah, I wanted to talk about life with you all because life is happening and just wanted to catch you all up. If you all know, I am a hairdresser currently and I love doing hair, but I am kind of going through a, like, I guess you can call it a quarter life crisis where I have decided that I want to go back to college and try to finish my degree. Before I went to beauty school, I actually did go to college. I went to a community college for a couple of years, and then I transferred into another college for like their bachelor's program. I ended up hating that college and I went back to the community college. And at the time, no, I'm sorry, I'm jumping past things here. So I went to the community college for a little bit, and then I went to a medical assisting school. And the medical assisting school was going to give me my medical assistant certification and also a associate's degree, or that's what they claimed. So then the school ended up going under and they were closing. So before that, I decided to go back to my community college and see if they accepted the credits that I had already taken with the new school. And unfortunately, it was not really accredited, even though they were saying they were accredited. I said not really, but they were not accredited when they said they were accredited. So the college was pretty much like, you're gonna have to retake all of these classes anyway. So of course I freaked out, and I was gonna spend a lot of money at that quote-unquote college, which, you know, wasn't a college, it was just a certificate program, which is fine. But I had full intentions of going back to school and then getting my RN, or my registered nurse, which obviously I could not do with that degree. So with that being said, I ended up dropping out of the medical assisting school and I went back to the community college. And when I went back that time, they had told me that there was a really long wait for the nursing program, and I had decided that I did not want to wait. I think when you first get out of high school, you get this like weird pressure of feeling like you need to graduate tomorrow. And I felt that there was a 3-year wait, and I was just like, there's no way that I'm gonna wait 3 years to get into a 2-year nursing program, because at the time I didn't realize that, you know, your associate's degree is one thing and your nursing is another. So I had always thought that like your nursing is then your associate's degree, but it kind of isn't now that I'm trying to understand it. So I decided not to do it. I went into psychology, and then I transferred into the bigger college for my psychology degree. and I hated the college, so I went back to community college, and then from there I decided to just get my liberal arts, just get my gen eds done, and not major, or not pick a specific major. And then I dropped out of college and went to beauty school. And beauty school was great. I loved beauty school, and I love doing hair, but I'm just at the point in life now that I want to do something different. And I think that that happens to me a lot, where I just all of a sudden feel like I need to do something different. So I decided to try to go back to college and get my associates, and then hopefully try to get into the nursing program, which is very, very competitive. And then I had talked to another school that they immediately like kind of accept you into their, well, not really immediately, but they do accept people that get their nursing degrees at this specific community college. It's not like I have to reapply or anything, which is really great. So with that all being said, I am going to go back to college and finish my degree. So my current plan right now is just to go and finish my associate's degree, and then when I feel ready, I will try to apply to the nursing program. You know, it is pretty scary because this is completely different to what I am doing now. When I went to the medical assisting school, I loved it. I loved everything about the medical field. And as I was going to school there, I started working at a doctor's office, and I was doing like authorizations, and then I got promoted to doing billing, and like I did like all that stuff, but at that point in time I felt like, well, I don't want to do this my whole life. And that's, you know, when I ended up leaving the doctor's office to go work at a salon, which was a huge pay cut. But, you know, at the time I was only maybe 19, 20, so I really didn't like care too much. So yeah, that is currently kind of what I'm dealing with. So I am enrolled now in the winter session, which begins December 27th, which is scary. So I only have 5 classes to finish to get my associate's degree, which, you know, to me it was like, why didn't I do this a couple of years ago? You know, timing is really important, I think, for things like this. So yeah, I'm going back to college. As a 27-year-old, I do feel a little bit weird. I feel like I'm gonna be the oldest person in the class. But at the same time, I have, you know, a client who I think she's in her 40s and she just went back to school. And like, I remember being at the bigger college and there being, you know, a man in his 70s going to school. So you're never too late to go to school. You're never too late to do anything, you know? If you want to do something, just do it. You know, if you have the ability to, you might as well. So currently I have Mondays and Wednesdays off, which end up falling perfectly with a lot of the school schedule. So, you know, I have the time to do it. I unfortunately don't have financial aid, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to afford this, but it's fine. In the meantime, I will do my best, which then means that I need to stop buying yarn. And that is a lot easier said than done, especially the fact that I buy a lot of hand-dyed yarn. I love hand-dyed yarn. I love a lot of the dyers behind it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to like not buy so much yarn anymore, which will then lead me to hopefully start like destashing, you know? And I would love in the new year to just go through my hand-dyed yarn and just like figure out how much hand-dyed yarn I have, and then actually put those skeins into something, or into ideas to start something, which I think will be a fun little thing. I know I do watch a few other YouTubers that that have done obviously the thing that I am talking about. I think Nitty Natty was one of them, where she like wrote down how many she had, and then every month she went through and said how much she used and how much she bought and things like that. And I think I would love to actually do that. I think that'll be a good way to kind of see what I have. Because I have very like, well, I guess never, I was gonna say I have like the same kind of color palette every time. I don't. I tend to switch my color palette up a lot. So, you know, I need to start not buying more yarn because I need to pay for college. I am gonna take my time. I'm not gonna rush myself. I am literally just gonna do one class a semester, I think, until I graduate. So my winter session, I am doing like a history elective, which I need. And then the spring session, I am doing a history class that I need. And then from there, I will have 3 science classes with labs that I have to do. So those are gonna be the biggies. Those are the ones that I'm afraid of. And then in the background, I need to study for a specific exam that they make you take before you go into their program. I don't know if all colleges are the same, but the college that I'm going to, they require you to take a TEAS exam. So it's TEAS exam. And it's pretty much like, it reminds me a lot of the SATs. There is a lot of information they are looking for on that test. So very similar to the SATs. And I did a virtual session about them talking about the nursing program, and the lady who did the seminar was pretty much saying that if you don't score in the 80% zone, then you're really not considered for the program. So that's scary. That is really scary. So yeah, you know, I might not take that test until I really feel confident. They do have like a practice course that you can take, but it's not credited and it's also expensive. So I might try to study on my own this semester. Depending on how next semester goes, maybe I will try to get into a practice program, or maybe try to just find a tutor, one or the other, because I don't even know where to start. I could show you guys the book that I had to buy, or that I bought to help me study. It's a thick boy. It certainly is a thick boy. It's definitely like a college textbook type of thickness. So there's a lot on there that you need to know, and it's reading, English, science, and math. So it's a lot. And I haven't gone to college or school or anything since 2017. Well, I think beauty school I went in 2019, but I haven't been to college since 2017. So it's been some time since I've been in a classroom, like learning and stuff. So a lot of like the core, like the basic like algebra stuff, I don't remember. Like there's a lot of things that I just don't remember. So I will need to obviously study. I don't really have any plans in the near future of leaving the job that I'm at right now at the salon. I am going to try to stick through and stay in the salon for as long as I can. But when I start applying for the nursing program, that's going to be like a whole different can of worms. They have a full-time day program, which is 2 years, and then they have a part-time night program, which is 3 years, and then there's like 64 seats open for the full-time, and there's 24 open for the part-time. So you have more of a chance to get into the day program than you do the night. So that's gonna be an issue because I work obviously all day long. I usually get into work around 9:30, and then I don't really leave until like 6:30-ish. And then I have an hour commute home in the morning, and well, an hour commute to work and an hour commute back home. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting time. I haven't really gotten that far yet, but I also just don't feel like I really need to worry about it right this second. I am somebody who dwells on things in a sense, you know, so I will sit there and be like, well, I know I'm gonna have to make the decision. I have to make a decision now. But I'm gonna try not to do that. I am just going to go with the flow. I'm gonna take my classes as they come. And when I finish, I'll finish, and yeah, then I'll figure it out. So yeah, so that's why I've been a little MIA. I've also just been crazy busy at work. The holidays tend to be our crazy time. And I am somebody that just gets overwhelmed. When there's too much going on all at once, I tend to freak out a little bit. I think it's normal. I think most people probably feel that way. Yeah, just taking it a day at a time. And then on top of all of that, it's the holiday season. And I have not been in the holiday mood at all. I've done some holiday shopping, but there's a lot that I haven't done yet. And yeah, I started putting up my Christmas tree and then I kind of stopped. And then, if you don't know, I live with my parents, so my mom was putting up her Christmas tree, and I just don't wanna like do it this year. But it's definitely crummy, because you want to be in the holiday spirit. But I don't know if it's just because like everything kind of has been happening all at once, and then I just feel like time is going really, really fast. So I'm not in like Christmas spirit. And I mean, also the weather hasn't helped either. It's been pretty like warm the past couple of weeks. I would say like within the last like 3 days, it started to get pretty cold. But other than that, it's been warm. So it's like, I'm leaving the house with no jacket on in December. Yeah, certainly does not feel like Christmas weather. Well, I am also realizing that this video is getting way too long, and I know that you all don't like my long videos. So thank you all so much for being here and knitting and chatting with me. If you are somebody who went through a nursing program, let me know your experience down below, or if you don't want to say it down below, you can email me. My email will be linked in the description, or message me on Instagram. I'm probably the easiest to contact on Instagram. So yeah, I'd love to have that conversation with somebody to know what the experience is, because I don't really know anyone that's gone through a nursing program. So in that little time, I got this much done. So, well, I mean, I guess not all of that, but good amount. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!